Maverick fans, welcome to this week's episode of Chattin Mavericks, the official fan podcast of all things Maverick hockey.
Brought to you in partnership with Pulltab Sports, this is Chattin Mavericks. Check them out at pulltabsports.com and on your favorite social media platforms at Pulltab Sports. What's up, Maverick Nation? It is game week. It's been a long, hot summer. We've been waiting for this for months, and it's finally here. What a better way to kick off the season, the spirit of the Maverick Trophy. It's up for grabs once again as our Mavericks travel down to Omaha to take on those Mavericks later on in the week. We got a ton to talk about here. We got an interview with a new member of the team who transferred in from Omaha coming up here soon. But before we get to all that, obviously we got to check in with the crew here. Juts, I'll throw it to you first. Women's game was fun yesterday, huh? 4-0 start for the girls, for the women.
Women's game's electric. They're 4-0 now. Me and Cam had a hoot of a time there. I've been to when there was a year where adopt a team happens for fraternity life. That works with Scott.
Okay.
I don't know if they still do that. I'm removed from fraternity life, but dude, the whole point was get fraternities to show up and bring their friends to games. So we were paired up with the women's hockey team. So there was a couple games where we rolled in 20 deep, which that was so much fun. But I haven't been
20 deep as in beers or people?
Both.
Both.
But I haven't been in a long time. I forgot how fun those games can be. The music was electric.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Mayo figures out their sound or their thing. The horn sounded like a dying whale. So hopefully we don't have to deal with that on obviously we have 3 weeks till the first home game. So hopefully we get that figured out, but it also shouldn't happen for the women's team. So hopefully we can get it figured out for them.
Yeah.
It's electric.
Yeah.
More people should go. Use your gold card.
Yes.
Me and Cam are going to go to a couple more because they're a lot of fun. So.
And students are free with their MAV card too, I believe.
Yes, students are free with the MAV card.
Yeah. It's a great time. Who won? I mean, what else are you doing then? Getting a couple beers downtown, then going to the Mayo for a hockey game.
Right.
It's the best. I don't know why wouldn't you? So
right.
Yeah, hopefully they figure out the horde thing though. It sounded like
it was bad.
Like you said, like a disabled whale or something.
Yeah. It's been fun to see the freshmen just jumping right in and contributing right at the gates.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be exciting to watch. It's a good time to be a Maverick.
4-0.
Well, speaking of that too, we saw what's Campbell Psychos' sister's first name? Mika.
Something.
Hopefully that's right. But she rushed the puck just like her brother did, right from the blue line, brought it down deep, did a little spinorama thing, threw it to the center, got knocked back out to the not backed out to the high slot. They ripped it, tip, goal. It was like I was watching the same thing. It was hilarious. But I think that might have been the game winner because it was in the third period. Yep. So the freshmen are tearing it up. I mean, the whole team looks great. So a lot of fun. What about you, Big Bag? What have you been up to the past couple of weeks? We're rolling now, baby. It's hockey season.
Oh man. Just picked Austin up from his last session of Bantam tryouts just before this. And then he's running cross country this year. And he was out for a couple of weeks with shin splints, but I got to go to my first 2 ever cross country meets, getting to watch him in person, and holy crap. I'm not going to lie. I grew up a football player, and we kind of looked at cross country kids as kids who were just afraid to play football.
Yeah.
And
you're telling me you were not into cross country. That's
I'd run a lot.
Breaking news.
I actually I lettered all 4 years in cross country.
Right.
But honestly, it could not be further from these kids run their nuts off for 5K, 3.1 miles.
Good
and
math.
I am not a parent that's going to follow the kids around the track. I plop down at the finish line and I wait for them to show up. And so I have a front row view, and these kids, they're either collapsing before they get to the finish line, as soon as they cross the finish line, or look like they're about to at the very least. They are giving it their all.
Isn't the whole point to train to not have that happen? Not that I could do it, but simply not.
I mean, that I think the whole idea is to train so that you can push yourself to that limit during the race. I mean, practice
You're
is
doing that several times a year, right? I mean, you're pushing yourself that extreme.
When they practice, they'll run 7 miles easy, no problem. And then they go to the race and just give it everything they have for 3 minutes. I mean, the first place kid comes in under 16 minutes. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I don't know if I
watch
could run a
these kids.
mile
And then,
in under 16 minutes.
right.
That'd be a good content piece.
And then
Colin break a mile in under 20.
not only that, but just the afterward. I mean, the winning team isn't like gloating or taunting or anything. They barely even celebrate. And everybody's lined up cheering on their teammates. They're cheering on other kids that are trying to get to the finish line. It's just unbelievable. I mean, completely changed my perspective on cross country. It's been so
Brings
cool.
a tear to the old man's eye.
I'm pretty close. I haven't cried in 15 years, but it's close.
You didn't cry when the Mavs lost in the national championship? That's the last time I cried.
No.
I guess you're just not dedicated enough. I was also like 30 beers deep, so that probably didn't help.
Yeah, same. I was more than half in the bag in Las Vegas.
I
did not have time to cry.
507. It was Cato Jam, and it was like Bebo, and that I blacked out at like 1 a.m., took a nap, strolled my way downtown, and proceeded to almost black out again. I've never felt worse.
That's a Cato sunrise right there.
Sounds right.
That'll do it.
Cam, what's up with you?
Man, I mean, honestly, obviously the biggest thing since we last recorded, I mean, dreams do come true. It was so funny. So after that adult camp, I got to know Ryan Edquist a little bit. He helps out with the team, and he's like, hey, he calls me after work one day. And he's like, hey, we need some goaltenders to help with the 3-on-3, or not the alumni game, but the purple versus gold game. And he's like, do you want to play? And I'm like, well, yes, obviously. So anyway, I got to play in that 3-on-3 game. I thought he was completely messing with me. But he wasn't. I got to play. That was insane. I had no idea what to expect. That level of hockey is so far beyond what I'm capable of being competitive in. It's unbelievable. But I did manage to make like 3 saves.
You did.
So
you looked good up there.
It was sick.
Didn't want to come support. It was kind of sad.
Just a little different story, but sure.
Yeah.
If I could make it, Big Big, you can make it.
Yeah, a little different commute, but that makes sense. But so so that was cool. Appreciate the invite from the coaching staff there. That was unbelievable. So if you were there and you saw a goalie with all white pads and a black jersey and a white helmet, that was me. So
first shot
fun,
reaction,
super gassed.
What were you thinking?
Very happy you brought up first shot, because the first shot of warm-ups was none other than Soupy absolutely throwing one across my face. So that was super funny. Everyone on the ice thought everyone on the ice thought it was hilarious. Luckily I dodged it, but first shot playing Division I level hockey was right at the Dome. So but yeah, no, I mean, it was a ton of fun. I mean, obviously that 3-on-3 rink is just very fast to play in, so it probably made it even more tiring than like a normal game would have been. But I think Jots had the perfect quote of the night. It's pretty backwards when Alex Tracy is on the bench yelling, "Good save, Cam," and I'm the one on the ice. I don't know what world we live in where that was ever possible.
Me and Tracy were talking, and Cam made it was the one on like that highlight or on the Instagram reel that they posted, and Tracy goes, "Oh, that was a pretty good save by Cam there," and I go, "That just seems ass backwards." But all right, Tracy,
backwards. Yeah, no, that was insane. So that was cool. Other than that, just I'm more than excited. Obviously, watched a lot of college hockey this weekend.
Yeah,
so that was fun. Honestly, it was kind of nice. I mean, obviously, I want the Mavericks to play as much. I want to watch the Mavericks, but it was kind of nice to watch some other teams as well. Primarily watched the Gophers and Tech series. That was probably the one that was most of interest to me.
I tuned into I was like, there was nothing to watch at 10 p.m. on Friday, So I threw on YouTube the Bemidji versus Seawolves game.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock start.
Yeah, the 10 p.m. local time start is crazy. But Bemidji does
surprised the feed didn't crash.
Bemidji does look like a team that's going to finish 9th this year, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Then they score like 7 goals or something.
The first game was like 9-2, but it's also the freaking Seawolves.
9-2.
So
I guess winning 9-2 and Collins Jets puts you at the bottom of the CCHA.
No, they're finishing 9th. I got nothing good to say about Bemidji this year.
Right.
I said all my good stuff in my life the last 2 years.
Let's shoot over to our quick shot segment, our news segment of the show. This week it is brought to you by Play It Again Sports Mankato. Shoot and score at Play It Again Sports. Stop by your locally owned sporting goods store serving Southern Minnesota for 25 years. Whether you're looking for used gear, new gear, they got you covered. Hockey, baseball, softball, golf, wrestling, volleyball, and more. Don't forget to bring in your used but not used up sports equipment for credit towards your next purchase or cash. Thank you, Play It Again Sports, for sponsoring the Chattin Mavericks podcast. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, the puck drop event is today from 5 to 7 p.m. Right in front of the rink. They got food vendors bar. They got a cash bar there. The Line Change Collective will have in-stock Maverick hockey merchandise, including personalized jerseys, game day experience products, apparel, accessories, brand new Maverick Unreal collection as well. You can try the new Line Change Golden Ale and the signature Black Frost Line Change Vodka Cocktail. You also can hear from the coaches, players, and there's also a chance for kids to skate with the teams as well. You boys got anything on the puck drop event? I know I might try to get there. It's going to be tough after work.
I think me and Cam are going to try to go. So
you
might see us.
We'll try to get
most likely see me. So
is it different than the ones they used to do before actual games in the courtyard?
I don't know. I've never been to the ones before the game.
I think it's the same. Fun. Yeah, I think it's the same thing. They just moved it to earlier in the week.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll still do another one.
It sounds very similar, but those are a blast.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, if you can get there, sounds like it's definitely gonna be a ton of fun, like for kids and stuff as well. Getting on the ice with both the girls and men's team, women's and men's team. Sorry, Scott.
6:30.
Yes. Yeah. Right after. Sorry, I guess.
Cam, are you
during?
Are you gonna be out there
6:30
because you're technically.
No, unfortunately, that the 3-on-3 thing forgot to mention, but I was cut from the team shortly thereafter. Strand was very disappointed in my performance, so. I was he said you can go back to your microphone, and that was about it. So
so mean.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, heartbreak. Anyway, speaking of just odd things going on, the pro hockey college pipeline, what the hell is going on here, guys? The Bemidji signed 2 guys.
Give me Nathan Smith back.
Yeah, I guess they can all just re-sign. So Connor McLennan, he's a forward after finishing his final season with the Winnipeg Ice in the Western Hockey League, 1 of 3 seasons in the CHL. He played 7 games for the Chicago Wolves in the AHL, which for those of you who don't know is 1 below the NHL. He then played 2 games with the Norfolk Admirals in the ECHL. And then he worked with the compliance office with the NCAA and BSU. And after nearly 3 weeks, he's given the green light to play. Another guy, Hudson Thornton, he's a defenseman. After his final season with the Prince George Cougars in the WHL in 2023-2024, he didn't go the U Sports route, which is the college hockey up in Canada. Instead, he played 49 games in the ECHL with the South Carolina Stingrays, and the Orlando Solar Bears. He also played 1 AHL game with the Hershey Bears. So
those are the 2 on the Beavers, right?
Yes, those are the 2 on the Beavers. And there's one more odd one that I wanted to add in too before I throw it to you guys. Jack Beck, he's a 2021 6th-round draft pick. He now plays for ASU. Mm-hmm. He had 36 points with the Penguins ECHL affiliate, the Wheeling Nailers, last year, and he just signed a AHL deal with the Scranton Penguins in May. So this makes no sense to me. I don't know. I guess there's just no rules. They can throw as much money as they want at players. Yeah, it's really turning into the Wild West. I mean, I'll throw it to you guys. This is fucking nuts.
I think it's the stupidest thing. Like, I was all for the people that play 4 games in the Canadian Junior League. You lose eligibility to be able to come over. But what I'm not cool with is a guy that plays a whole season in the freaking ECHL. Like, even like people don't understand how different the game is, how much more physical, how much faster.
Yeah.
Just how different, even going from the college to the technically the lowest level of pros, is still ridiculously skilled hockey, super fast hockey. That kid's gonna be like the game's moving in slow motion for me because of how fast the games were last year.
Yeah.
It's just ruining the game. Even just like paying the kids was ruining the game. Hopefully we should figure something out because there's no reason a pro hockey player should be able to jump back in and just, I want to play for the freaking Beavers now.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, Big Bag, what do you think? I mean, this is nuts. It's absurd.
I just don't get it, and I don't get where it came from. I don't get how it came to be.
I don't get how it's possible.
Is there a precedent for this? I mean, the reason why I say that is because when we first heard about it, all the fans were like, "What?" But like,
Yeah.
media members and people in the know were just like, "Oh yeah, this is happening, and they can do it." So, and
Yeah.
it just left all of us like, "What the hell is going on?" Like,
I would love to like be a bug on the wall of the office that's like, okay, for these reasons he's allowed to play. Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and
With the compliance office,
I'm gonna guess there's a total of 10, less than 10 guys who've done this.
I think it's less than.
But like next year, is it going to be 50?
I'm hoping that next year they freaking say like, no, you know what I mean? Like, hopefully they realize that there was like a loophole and then they fix it because that's stupid as shit. Like, what is like theoretically all of the guys that left?
Yeah,
all of our guys that left after 3 years have 1 year left. Like theoretically, if they want to like, oh, I want to go show them that I can play, or something, like, why don't I go back to MSU for a year? Like, where, like, could freaking Nathan Smith come back 6 years later or whatever it is,
Right.
Or, yeah, like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no rules.
Madison.
So yeah, McDavid, McDavid to the Mavericks. He's not signing. But yeah, I don't get it. And it goes back to like, and I know, I mean, obviously the NCAA is just miss after miss after miss. I mean, I couldn't tell you the next thing. I mean, they were so far one way on college players making money, and they went so far the other way. We're like, oh, now we're not going to do anything about it. They were so far one way on the WHL stuff, then they went so far the other way. It's just, there's got to be a happy medium where there's a way to manage the money in college hockey. There's a way to manage who's playing college hockey. And it's not just this Wild West clusterfuck that we're experiencing right now. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's so strange. And who's to say, obviously, I mean, tomorrow Mavericks go pick up some pro guy that, scores 30 goals in 30 games for us. We're going to feel a lot different, but it's also like college hockey is for college students, that to me, that's what it should be. And it just doesn't make any sense where these guys are going to come in for 1 or 2 years, make 700,000 or just get some more stats to sign another pro deal. It's like, it's not what college hockey's about. And that doesn't sit right with me. So I don't know. You guys got anything more on that, Big Bag?
I don't really. Like, I'm going to pull back the curtain and admit that I really don't know a whole lot about the rule. I don't think anybody does. So there's not a whole lot I can say about it other than it's just bizarre and weird.
Yeah.
And frankly, sounds like something a certain coach over in Wisconsin might consider doing. He loves the older guys.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Well, and I got a lot of this information too from Jared Ribedo on the Bemidji Pioneer. Obviously, one of the best writers in the conference in college hockey. So go check out his stuff because he did a really good write up on it. And obviously, we're skimming through things on here to make sure we're not boring everyone to death on the Mavericks hockey show here. But go if you're interested in it, go check out his stuff because he did a really good write up on it and kind of how the whole process worked, talking with the coaches and the compliance office and stuff like that. So let's move on here to some preseason stuff. The polls, Mavericks finished number 1 in the CCHA media poll, number 2 in the coaches poll. I wonder if Joe Sean still got a vote in that or not. I don't know. Clearly, obviously, media has their head screwed on, and then Mavericks ranked nationally at 18 in the USCHO poll. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the national poll is a little disappointing in my mind, just considering that we took the eventual national champs to double overtime. I mean, would have thought that would have got us maybe a little bit higher, but again, it's also like St. Thomas making a big deal about making a top 20 poll for the first time in their thing, making a huge post about it. It's like, well, it doesn't really mean much, unfortunately. You got to play a game to prove it. So I don't know. What are your guys' take on that?
I'll take 18 over 34 or whatever that dumbass Mike McMahon put us in for. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Are you nuts? We were a tournament team last year.
Like, and I totally understand. Like, people are like, oh, they lost a lot of guys, whatever. We've lost a lot of guys the past however many years of hockey, and we're still like we're still a top 20 relevant program in the country every single year, and you're going to leave us out of the top 20? What a clown.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
They should strip him of his media license if that's even a thing. What about you?
Those college hockey media licenses, hard to come by.
Yeah. And you're done. What about you, Juts?
I don't really look into those polls that much.
Don't care. Juts is just there for the hockey and the beer. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Alex.
Yeah. Not until like
Alex
week 5 or 6, and I'll start caring.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. We'll tune in then.
Yeah.
Alex Tracy, player of the year from the media. Evan Murr and Tracy
hold on. Sorry. We have a podcast, and one of our co-hosts just said, I'll start caring after like week 5 or 6.
About the polls. The polls don't mean anything until week 5 or 6. No one knows what these teams are made of. They're still trying to find their identities right now. They're basing all this off of last year's team, but it has nothing to do with this year's team. Like, no one knows what
they can identify with. Whatever they want.
You know what I mean? Like, no one knows.
See, you just got to light a little fire under his ass to get him going. Now he's pumped up.
I would have said
the Colin I want to see.
Now we're being analysts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That is beautiful.
Keeps pawing at me.
Now he's talking to his dog. Perfect.
Keeps fucking pawing at me.
Alex Tracy, player of the year, voted on by the media. Evan Murr and Tracy also on the all CCHA first team. Not really sure, how was there a player of the year? I guess I didn't even look. I'm not
Lucas
should
Whalen,
make fun of Jets too much. Was Lucas Whalen the coach's poll?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how
Lucas Wallen.
I don't know. St. Thomas looked bad yesterday, but they still won. But
yeah, I kind of expected them. And obviously, like Juts said, nothing matters until 5 weeks in. But I would have expected St. Thomas to take it to St. Cloud, because I don't see St. Cloud being a competitive hockey team this year.
No.
So I guess that's a little surprising. But we can get into that a little bit more later on. Moving on here, we just want to mention single game tickets are on sale right now. So if you want to plan out your year a little bit and you want to get to a couple of games and you just want to buy single game tickets, they are now on sale. So check those out on the team's website. Very quickly, we're just going to run through the Mavericks that made NHL camps. Always like to shout out those guys. Sam Morton's with the Flames. Rhett Pitlick is with the Oilers. Ryan Sandelin is with the Wild. Tyler Pitlick is with the Wild. Brendan Furry's with the Lightning. Jake Livingstone with the Penguins. Connor Mackey with the Rangers. Dryden McKay with the Utah Mammoth. Wyatt Amat is with the Avs. Teddy Bluger's with the Canucks. Brian Karabas is with the Devils. And Walker Dewar's with the Jets. So shout out to those guys. You guys catch any of the games that they played in? Pitlick was playing at the Wild game that I went to in person. Got to see him play a little bit. Tyler Pitlick, that is.
I watched like a scrimmage of the Bears that Paulson was playing with, because obviously I'm a Capitals fan. So
yeah,
I'm very excited that he's there. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's cool for you that he's in the organization, being a fan of the team.
Yeah.
What about you, Big Bag? You catch any of these guys? Anything notable to you?
I saw that Pitlick got put on waivers today, didn't he?
I think he got
Tyler or Red?
Tyler.
Did he get put on waivers with going to? Did he get put on waivers with to get sent down, or did he just get put on outright waivers?
Probably.
I think just to get sent down, probably to Iowa.
I think so. It read a little weird. They mentioned some guys who got they mentioned some younger guys who got put on waivers, which sounded like they're going to be sent down. And then they were like Tyler Pitlick also got put on waivers. So I don't know if they just had to differentiate the two because he's kind of, you could say an NHL veteran. I don't know what.
Right.
I don't know much about it. I just
think
happened
they
to
still
see
have
that
to
today.
clear it, so he could very well get picked up somewhere else.
Right.
Okay, right. Yeah. Huh. We'll have to watch for that.
But other than Teddy, I mean, what are we thinking here? Like maybe Sammy.
I mean,
Wyatt,
I was gonna say,
Walker.
I think Morton. I was gonna say Morton has probably got, from like what I've seen online, from like quotes from coaches and from Morty himself. I mean, he seems to kind of have the best shot of making a pretty regular appearance on the Flames. I know last year they really liked what they saw. But yeah, I think I agree with the other two as well. I think those are probably, I mean, I don't know, maybe Dryden McKay is the starting goaltender for the Mammoth this year.
That would be insane.
He always just gets stuck in the ECHL. And so I'm hoping he can at least make it to the AHL and have a fresh start with his team and maybe finally make it to the NHL. Because he deserves it, but
absolutely.
He's the biggest knock.
And going back, I wanted to mention this with like when I kind of my rant with the NCAA and just they fucking suck at everything they do. But we live in a world where Dryden McKay gets banned from playing competitive hockey for 6 months for having contaminated creatine with some foreign substance, whatever, by the IHF because he was on the Olympic roster in that weird year. We live in a world where that is the energy they're putting in to enforcing rules on our players. And then we're letting all these guys that have played numerous pro games and have put up points in pro leagues come play college hockey. That just makes no sense to me. That's like, those are the two extremes.
No, it's a thing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's so stupid. I meant to make that point earlier on, but I saw Dryden's name and I just needed to mention that there's a fucking grain of salt in the pool amount of fucking, you're done, buddy. Sorry. Fuck.
We proved that it was our fault and that there's no way you could have known, but you got to sit out for 6 months. Rules are rules. My hands are tied.
Ah, shit.
Oh, wait, you're 35 and played in the AHL? Come on in.
Does this mean like my dad has eligibility still? Like, come on.
Jutting resurgence in Mankato.
Send him out there.
Still playing with a wood stick.
Mike Hastings here's like there's a 50-ish old man. Yep, I want him.
That's why Strand was doing the adult camp. He was looking for those guys.
Yeah, maybe.
He wants to get him in here. Boy.
Corey Perry is going to Wisconsin. Mike Hastings been calling him every day here. But anyway,
Corey Perry retires after 20 years in NHL, signs with the Wisconsin Badgers for last year of eligibility.
Fourth liner.
Let's get on to better news here. Captains announced. Mason Wheeler, obviously bringing back the Chat Mavericks bump once again for the second season. He will be wearing the big old C on his chest, obviously very deservingly. So I think he was kind of the clear pick in my eyes, I guess, for being captain. Finn Williams, I love to see this. He's getting an A. Evan Murr's getting an A. Campbell Psycho's getting an A. And Luigi's getting an A. I mean, obviously, all these guys more than deserving. Couldn't be happier for all of them. I think there's a little bit of a special something seeing Finn get the A, just with his battles with injuries in the past and stuff like that. I think he's going to kind of shock the world this year. And seeing the A on his jersey I think is very fitting. I'm super happy for him, but super happy for all these guys too. I mean, Big Bag, what do you got in our leadership group for this season?
Excellent choices. I thought they did, they absolutely nailed it. I honestly, I would throw it to Colin on his thoughts on our goalie not getting a letter.
I think they did the right thing. Tracy is a leader.
Here we go.
But okay, what I will say, what is surprising is I thought if they were going to go 4 A's, that Tracy would get an A and there wouldn't be 4 players. That's a little weird to me. But no, it's not that I have anything against Tracy. I just don't like letters on goalies.
Oh, that's good.
So everyone,
you heard it here first.
Everyone and their mother.
Colin does not hate Alex Tracy.
Everyone and their mother knows Tracy's the leader in that locker room. They shouldn't need a letter
Yeah.
to prove that. So I'm glad that
That's
they
true.
didn't do that. I feel like it kind of was
Yeah.
just a circus act, in my opinion. So glad we.
I mean, is there any relevance to it being like a shit? What's the word? But it just, I mean, obviously the goalie's not going to skate over and talk to the ref about something.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if they were to like I'm saying, they should have done a captain and then 3 assistant captains, and then the 4th captain could have been Tracy. But obviously they didn't, which is fine. But if you're gonna do it, you need to have like, you can't have like him and Wheeler wearing a C. Like that just doesn't work. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I love bringing that up because I as a high school goaltender I wore a C in my senior year. So
okay, so what did you
not a big deal, but
yeah,
what
did
were
you
you
go talk to the
able to
ref?
do in the game?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Oh, I mean, no, not. I mean, during the game they would come up and obviously I think high school is different, and I'm not comparing Big 9 hockey to Division 1 NCAA hockey by any stretch, but like a lot of the times you would get a lot more. I noticed in between my junior and my senior year, you got a lot more respect from the refs. They would come up to talk to you. They would give you a little bit more of a time of day, like, hey, like, I mean, these guys are hacking me, or this, like, you push your net off, stuff like that. I think there's just a bit, maybe a little bit more of a respect for the goaltender.
When they would ask for captains at the beginning of the game, would you go up there, or would the goal? Okay, that's weird.
Yep. Yeah, I went up. So they do the the pregame captains meeting. I was up there for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like obviously during play, you're not going to leave your crease and go talk, or like during a whistle talk to ref. I think there's a lot of times where I'd have no problem going over to a ref during a whistle and be like, hey, like you got to watch for this on this or whatever. Like I don't see it as that big of a deal, I guess. But just things differently. So
I'm a hockey purist.
Yeah. Vintage line fellas, me and Big Bag are both wearing some of the coolest merch that has ever come out in Mavericks history. I mean, they nailed it. This stuff is unbelievable. Yeah. I'm wearing the hat. Big Bag's got the shirt on. Also have an order in for a sick Tackle 12 jersey from the Line Change Collective.
Getting mine today.
Unreal stuff is available at Shields and Mankato, the bookstore, and online on the Maverick shop website. It's also on Shields website as well. So make sure to check it out. I was in Shields today, and I was talking at a very nice conversation with the saleswoman there, and she's like, this stuff has been fly. They're like, we've been going through boxes of this stuff, and like this is the last of what we have. So if you're in Mankato and you want this stuff, I think while I was standing there, I'm not joking, I think 10 people came up and bought sweatshirts or hats. Like it was nuts. So if you want stuff and you want to get it and you don't want to order it, get to Shields and Mankato, get to the bookstore, get online because it's going quick. Jerseys, like I just mentioned, are available on the Line Change Collective's website. You must get your order in by October 12th at midnight. So that's coming up here quick. We'll make sure we got links in the show notes to everything. But I don't know, Big Bag, how's the sweatshirt feel? I mean, what do we think here? What's the review?
It's so comfortable. It fits perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, Unreal doesn't miss. I don't think. Bringing this logo, people have been asking for this for years. So incredibly awesome that they brought it back. And honestly, if you're not in the Mankato area, I ordered this off of the Shields website, and it was on my doorstep in less than a week. It was phenomenal. Damn. So get after it. Like, go online. If you're not in the Mankato area, you'll get your stuff. No problem.
Yeah. And they got, I did notice too, they've got like, obviously I have like this big Mankato flag behind me. They've got a flag that size with the logo on it. They got like some keychains, some towels. They do have like a Unreal Performance t-shirt. What else do they have? They really nice quarter zip as well. My buddy bought a quarter zip. It looks very high quality, very comfortable. I'm trying to think what else they have at Shields.
Was there a mug or something, or like a?
Yes, there's a water bottle.
Okay.
There's some there's some car stickers there as well. My buddy has if you see a blue Tacoma with this logo sticker on it, that is my friend Joey. I give him a wave. He's getting married here in a couple weeks, so
during the Wisconsin series,
don't run him off the road.
Tisk Joey.
During the Wisconsin series, tough move,
Joey.
But anyway, also as Shields, when I was there, I think they kind of revived. They have a lot of new Maverick, not just hockey, but just Minnesota State t-shirts, sweatshirts in there, Nike, Unreal, like they are stocked right now. So if you're looking for new stuff, no free ads here on the Chat Mavericks podcast, but you get over to Shields because they've got it. They are stocked up. I could have spent like $700.
If only they just put Mankato State on the throwback jerseys, that would have been cream of the crop. Shot. If we're gonna go throwback, we might as well go throw it all the way back because we were called Mankato State when we wore those when we had that logo. So,
well, speaking of throwing things back to Mankato State, let's talk about Future State, guys. This thing is sick. Obviously, not directly related to hockey, but we would be remiss not to bring it up. But the Mavericks announced a $60 million fundraising campaign at the Future State launch celebration. It includes multi-purpose athletic facilities, including a new football field, residence hall, and community spaces. I mean, I'm assuming you guys have, had time by now to kind of look at this. I mean, what are your guys' kind of takes on the renderings and what this is going to do for the university?
I think it's
like Juts'
I think it's awesome, dude. Get out of here. Oh, he keeps licking my ear. Nobody's so well behaved here.
Let's just clarify for those not watching on YouTube, which is pretty much everyone. It's a dog.
Yeah.
Colin says he's licking my ear. He's talking about his dog named Maverick or Captain. Sorry.
Sit. But no, I think Future State's definitely what we need as a college. We have these top tier programs and these top tier, like we've been winning like crazy. Like what did Scott say? Like 700 or something, 70% we win.
Yeah. I think like you go to a Mavericks game, it's like 75% chance that we're gonna win no matter the sport.
So
and
like Taylor Center is pretty good. Obviously the Mayo's pretty nice. Blakesley Stadium's pretty old. It's like the baseball and softball stadiums and soccer are in the middle of like it's middle of Timbuktu. Like I didn't even know where they were until like my sophomore year, just because they were at the end of the back parking lot. So it's gonna be nice to have everything like centralized, and it looks like we're gonna have athletic dorms right there, as well as like the athletic trainers in there, so they can get. It's not like there's
like a whole new building. It kind of looks like
so. It's definitely nice. It also sparks what I've been saying, that there's a potential for us moving up to D1. It didn't look very, because I thought if we get a new football stadium, and only football stadium, obviously with Title IX, we can't just move our football team up. We have to move a couple other things up, which would be really hard. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I'm saying I am now more, I think there's a better chance now than 2 weeks ago that we were going to go D1 for everything.
Yeah.
Obviously,
there's a lot. Phase 1 of the project is projected to break ground in fall of 2027. It's going to include a state-of-the-art 6,500 seat multi-purpose stadium, and then it'll also include renovating the current track and field that's kind of behind there by building a permanent seating to accommodate up to 3,000 spectators. So there you go, track and field, big bag. Might have a new spot to go check it out.
Jim Dillon
Maverick
squad
football will play home game. Yeah, there you Matt, while that construction's going on, it looks like the football team will play there during that 2028 season. And then phase 2 of the vision will be funded by business partnerships and revenue created through rentals. Phase 2 includes building a residence hall on the corner of Stadium Road and Warren Street, kind of right at that like main corridor there. It'll obviously help address the continued demand for student housing, so that way no one else has to suffer through living in Crawford anymore, because that place is just a dump.
That's where I stayed.
It's where I stayed too. So
okay.
Tells you anything.
Got it.
And then phase 3 of the project will be funded by student outdoor fees and community partnerships. And it involves renovating the existing walkways and biking trails, which are actually like a super hidden like gem in Mankato.
Yeah.
Like, they're actually super nice. I go rollerblading back there all the time. It's super, super nice. That's more of like just kind of prettying up everything and, making everything, kind of match after the project, everything kind of up to snuff. So I know obviously the Taylors obviously dumped a lot of money into this, I believe. I'm trying to find on this article where it says what exactly will be named. Oh, yeah, right here. So in recognition of current financial support, the stadium will be named the Becky and Glenn Taylor Community Stadium, and the stadium's field will be named the Taylor Family Field. The stadium's front entrance will be named for the Thielen Foundation, which is pretty sweet. The stadium's secondary entrance will be named for Mankato-based company ISG. So, and then future naming opportunities are still available. So, the Chattin Mavericks bar and grill that will be right on the 50-yard line will be there at some points. But anyway, I mean, I just talked a lot there, Phil. I mean, Big Bag, what do you think? I mean, this is pretty neat. Like Colin said, I mean, it definitely opens the doors to more opportunities kind of down the road here.
Well, yeah, I mean, a new football stadium and soccer field and all that stuff is all well and good, but they're going to start having farmers markets. I mean, how can we forget?
Good point. Yeah, there's no explanation about the 2 John Deere combines in the rendering. So that's still a little bit of a mystery. Super excited that there's going to be a John Deere implement right in the middle of campus. I think
it's going to be
the ag business major is going to be pumped that they can just, go from Chick-fil-A to John Deere and buy a combine. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. Give me 1 bell pepper, 1 sweet potato, and a combine.
Couple mil. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be neat. It's kind of cool to see, outside of hockey, some, the university growing and some new stuff happening around campus is pretty neat. So one last thing here that I wanted to get to before we throw it over to Charlie for our interview. The Friendship 4, I had no idea about this, guys. They go over, like, I've heard of it and I never really paid any attention to it before. But they announced more teams that are going over in the next, couple of years. Not one CCHA team is getting an invite or whatever to get over there. I thought that was kind of interesting. Obviously, they go over, they play in Belfast, and there's not one CCHA team that gets to go. I mean, thoughts on that? Do you think that's like a funding thing? Is that, I don't know. It seemed kind of weird, I guess. I don't know.
They're going to bring teams that are going to bring fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just, as much as we'd like to think that Maverick fans travel well, I just think it pales in comparison to North Dakota or BC or whoever the hell's going over there.
I mean, it makes sense that North Dakota's going.
It's just purely a numbers thing.
North Dakota's got nothing else to do.
I'm not butthurt about it.
Yeah, you are.
Fair.
I would have gone.
Well, I would have tried to go for sure.
I mean,
it would have been neat to go to, but it was a bummer not to see like any of our guys. And I totally understand they're going to do whatever sells tickets. So, but I mean, when you also see teams second. Like, am
I looking at the right page? Did you? This says Sacred Heart RIT in Miami.
No.
Yeah,
this can't be right.
So in 2026, it'll be Connecticut, Providence, Minnesota, Duluth, and Colgate. 2027, Northeastern, Quinnipiac, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. 2028 will be Notre Dame, Omaha, Dartmouth, and Maine. So maybe that's the women's one you're looking at. I'm not sure.
This says November 28th, 2025.
Oh, maybe that's this year's, because I didn't even look at this year's one. They just announced like the future years.
Okay.
I wonder if
because if Sacred Heart and RIT are going, we absolutely should be in the mix.
Oh yeah. The Friendship 4 the Friendship 4 returns to Belfast this November with RIT, Sacred Heart, Miami, and Union.
All right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I take back everything I said.
Yeah,
there's
terrible.
no explanation.
Yeah.
The 4th Women's Friendship Series will see Boston University, Harvard, Quinnipiac, and Minnesota Duluth to take place in January 2026. So, so we're going to actually completely change what we just said here. That's fucking bullshit that the Mavericks weren't invited.
Maybe we were invited and turned it down. That's what I'm sticking. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Maybe it depends on our showing at the Cactus Cup. Like, if we do well and there's a lot of Maverick fans there, that the Friendship 4 team will be watching.
It's possible. It's very possible. I don't know. But yeah,
everybody.
I don't know. It not even like, obviously we want the Mavericks to go, but not even one one CCHA team, if they're just sending all those randos from Hockey East and Atlantic and stuff like that, it's kind of like, well, maybe we could send CCHA team, but whatever. No, it's is what it is. I don't know. You guys got anything more on that before we move along here?
Mm-mm.
Sick. Just one more thing to mention here before our interview. Shout out Matt Dean. Obviously, Matt Dean does our radio play-by-play calling. Unbelievable. We had him on last year. Hopefully, we can get him on this year here soon too. Obviously, he's getting to be very busy. But he posted a cool little nugget on Twitter that I want to talk about. Go check out his page. He posted it on September 30th, so got to scroll just a little bit to find it. But so it's a couple of different charts on here. And basically the caption is the Mavs return the fewest goals, but added the second most in terms of NCAA scoring from last year. So looking at the portal and looking at guys that transferred in compared to returning players and returning goals, obviously the Mavericks lost the most, but gained the second most. So that's, I think, kind of an interesting little stat line there. And I think that bodes well with obviously where we were pulled to finish in the polls this year for the CCHA. So you guys got any thoughts on that? I mean, obviously, like Colin said, nothing matters until week 5, but I mean,
doesn't wins matter, but polls don't matter till week 5.
It's true.
No, I'm good. I Dino's the man.
Hell yeah,
that was a nice little nugget he found.
Perfect. Well, it's time for this week's interview, brought to you by, of course, Maverick Sports Bar and Grill. Located on Front Street, Mavericks is just a short walk away from the Mayo, making it the perfect spot for a pregame meal and drink. With penalty box booths, more Maverick memorabilia than the bookstore, fantastic food, and a mini Jumbotron and a wide variety of drinks, you'll feel right at home as a member of the Mav fam. Be sure to stop in next time you're hanging out downtown Mankato. Let's start over to this week's guest. We are pumped to welcome this Minnetonka native to the show. After spending 4 years at Shattuck St. Mary's, he spent 3 years in the USHL, playing on 4 teams in the Fargo Force, the Youngstown Phantoms, the Omaha Lancers, and the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. He spent the last 2 years at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, where he transferred here to Mankato in the offseason. Welcome to Mankato, and welcome to the Chattin Mavericks podcast, Charlie Lurie. Charlie, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the show.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, how's the transition to a new school gone for you? I mean, Newtown, obviously you've been here for a few months, but you kind of feel settled in. Is there anything that surprised you about the town?
I love it. It's been it's been surprisingly good, actually. So I have no complaints, and actually one bonus is that I'm close to home now.
Yeah.
And I've been far away from home for so long where I haven't really noticed or thought about again what it's like to be close to home until it's actually here, and it's been great.
Yeah, I'm sure, family and stuff's pumped. They can actually get down to games a little easier and stuff like that.
Yeah, they can come down and right back home after the game. So they're pumped about that. And Sundays on days off, just run home for the day, have dinner or something. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Chad, I'll throw it right to you.
Well, I mean, sticking with, welcoming you to Mankato, whenever I travel somewhere, before I even get to the city, I like to take a look around online and see what's the best coffee in town, what's the best pizza in town. So have you found your go-to spot? It doesn't have to be coffee or food, but have you found a go-to spot that you like to go to since you've been in Mankato?
That's a great question. The previous place I came from had the most restaurants per capita in the U.S.
Oh, really?
And yeah, kind of a fun fact. But my girlfriend was with me there, and she would always like to find the coffees and the good restaurants for us, and she's not with me, so I just don't pay as much attention to that. But there's a donor that of the school that's been coming to Mankato and having dinners with me recently, and
nice.
We end up at number 4 quite often, and
okay.
So I really enjoy that for dinner.
Good spot.
Awesome. That is a good spot.
What about you, Juts? What do you got?
Yeah. So what got you into the sport of hockey? What's the reason you laced them up for the first time?
My dad played hockey and baseball at Wisconsin. So that's kind of just runs in the family for us. So ever since I was 3 years old, my dad had me in skates and skating around, and kind of just went from there.
Nice. I know, Chad, that kind of translates to one of your questions pretty easily.
Yeah, actually, two. I mean, when you got to Mankato, did you have any clue that your very first game as a Minnesota State Maverick was going to be against your former team, and then to follow that up the following weekend against your dad's alma mater? I mean, it's like a this is your life hockey schedule for the Lurie family.
Yeah, no kidding. It's unreal. I mean, when I committed, I did not know that our first game was against Omaha, but I knew we would be playing them because we have
Sure.
a Maverick Cup there. But it's been circled on my calendar ever since I found out. I'll tell you that for free. I can't. I'm so excited. And then to go back to Wisconsin is going to be awesome for my parents. And there's tons of family coming to that game. And my mom's from Wisconsin, so
Yeah.
we can't start the season a better way. And for us to get 4 wins there is going to be huge.
Love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Back close to home, playing all these schools. That could have been a hotter start to the season for you guys.
No,
That's
no
pretty
kidding.
sweet. What a kind of on that topic. I mean, what made Mankato kind of like an option to transfer to? I mean, what kind of stood out to you? Was it the coaching staff? Have you played with current players that are on the team now in the past? Obviously, you transferred over with one of your teammates, Liam Watkins. You know, what was that kind of like?
Yeah, so I've known a couple kids. I played with Watkins in Omaha. I played with Gavars and Stender up in Fargo. I've kind of played a lot of teams, so it's I know a lot of kids. Why did I choose Mankato? Mankato was actually the first school that recruited me. When I was a 16-year-old at Shattuck, former coach Darren Blue recruited me when Hastings was the coach. And so that's always was in the back of my mind. Why I didn't choose it in the first place? Obviously a mistake.
I love that.
You know, mistakes happen. And so when I got the chance to enter the portal there, I knew Mankato was one of the top choices for me personally. And then when Coach Ward reached out, and I did my homework on the coaching staff, and it's a winning program. And for me, I want to be a winner. Haven't had the opportunity to win many championships in my career yet, and that's something I really want to do.
Yeah.
And doing my research on the staff, it doesn't get much better than the staff that we have, to be honest. And when I committed to Mankato, a former coach, I won't say who, said that Mankato has a top 2 staff in all of college hockey. And so that was pretty exciting to hear.
Yeah,
Wow.
love hearing that. Couldn't agree more. I mean, I think I don't know what the actual numbers are, but I mean the amount of years to coach at the NHL, AHL level in ours is like unbelievable. I didn't even know when they first came in. I'm like, holy cow, these guys they've seen it all.
Yeah,
so.
and they treat you like pros, and the practices are like pro style, and just the whole day is to set you up for the next level, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Juts, what do you got? You got one for us?
I don't want to take Big Bag's question.
Go for it.
All right.
Anything's better than what's your favorite color?
No, that's coming later. No, I'm kidding. How does a Minnetonka kid end up at Shattuck?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, everyone from Minnesota is all about the high school state tournament. And just for me personally, I've never really been into that. I never wanted to play for the Gophers. I never wanted to really had a care to play in that state tournament. So I just thought in middle school I wanted to take hockey a little bit differently and a little bit more seriously than how my peers seemed to take it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to move away from home and put myself out there and mature as a man. And I wanted to, like I said, take it more serious. And I thought that was the best spot for me to do that as a 14-year-old.
Yeah, because I mean, you go to Shattuck, and it's, I mean, obviously schooling's very rigorous, but I mean, it's all hockey all the time. I mean, it's
all hockey. It's unreal. Like on my visit day there, they're like, yeah, this rink is open all the time for you. It's going to close at 9 or 10 p.m. and it's opening back up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And so that's like getting the candy store, you know?
Absolutely. So obviously you kind of said you've had some time now to settle into Mankato. You've been around the facilities. Me and Big Bag, Chad, we had the opportunity to kind of see the behind the scenes when we did that adult camp a couple weeks ago. What's your favorite? And obviously we were blown away with, what you guys have access to and just the quality of stuff. What's your favorite little feature at the Mayo? Is it something sneaky or is it pretty obvious?
Yeah, I mean, our facilities are unreal. We have everything we need. We get treated very well from the gym to the tubs to the training room to the locker room, um, to all that stuff. For me personally, I really like the nutrition center. I think that's something where you can gain that edge over other teams, other people, other players, just that little edge, like having the proper nutrition and having access to it 24/7 is what can make that biggest difference. Everyone's going to have a weight room, everyone's going to have the tubs, everyone's going to have a training room, everyone's going to have a sauna. So having access to that nutrition at all times is, I think, really big.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I know Big Bag was looking to make a smoothie when we were up there.
That was my first question.
I would be too. Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to go there then. What's your go-to in the nutrition room?
I'm a big smoothie guy and I like eggs. So either
Nice.
eggs in my smoothie. I like to do strawberries, blueberries, bananas, spinach,
Okay.
almond milk, OJ, and either some collagen or protein in there.
Absolutely. Yeah, Big Bag, go for it. You're ready to roll.
So kind of back to the Minnetonka Shattuck thing. I mean, I took my son had a tournament there on the Minnetonka campus, not Shattuck, but that campus rivals many college campuses as far as how amazing and beautiful it is. I mean, how does it compare to Shattuck? I've never been to Shattuck, so is the Shattuck campus just as beautiful?
Better.
10 times better.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's insane big.
Minnetonka's got a good setup, like big, huge high school. At Shattuck, I was a part of the biggest class that the history of the school has seen. 501 kids. I think at Minnetonka, there's thousands of kids at the high school. So
Yeah.
500 versus thousands, right? But completely different scenario. Shattuck has so much history to it. Like, you guys got to get there sometime. But you drive underneath the arch, and that's kind of the scenic thing, and that's got all the history. And then you drive under that arch, you see all the school and the dorms, and then you go to the old rink. It's got the big wood ceiling, and then that's got all the history. You just walk in, and you can feel that history that rink has. And then they built the new rink over there. Obviously, it has building history, but not as old school. And so it's just really cool. It's really cool old school brick buildings, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's and I think the cool thing too in that lobby, when you go from like the old rink and you're walking kind of along the new rink, it has all the jerseys of like kind of the big names that have gone through. It's nuts to just walk through that.
It's crazy. And then they got all the national championships, the pictures on the walls too. So many of them.
It's crazy. They're gonna need to build another rink just for all the banners and stuff.
That'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
Big,
I did some goaltending stuff there, and then they've got that like mini like 3v3 like quarter sheet of ice too, which is pretty
That's
sweet.
the best. And like at the end of the day, that's where you go out there after class. I'd spend an hour and a half every day out there, just messing around, shooting pucks and playing 3-on-3. And like that's the times where you get better, when there's no coaches around and you can just mess around and have fun with your buddies and try new things. And that's where the fun happens, and that's when you grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously being a Minnetonka guy, are you kind of a big lake guy? Can you hit tricks off the wake boat? Are you spending a lot of time on the water?
So when I was 12 to, let's call it 19 or 20, I hated golf because all I wanted to do was be on the boat. So I've spent hundreds of hours on the water surfing, and that was my whole high school years, was on the water. And maybe I'm a little bit burnt out of it right now. I'd like to spend more time on the golf course now, but I love the lake. That'll always be my second home, and just go out there and chill and get some sun, swim, surf, spend time with the boys, and it's amazing.
Yeah, on a hot day, it's probably a little bit better to be on the water than it is.
No kidding. Yep.
On a golf course, but depends
Yeah.
what you're into, I guess. It looks like we just lost Juts, so we'll see if he joins back. But I'll throw it right to you, Big Bag.
Pretty standard to lose Juts throughout the podcast. So you I think you played for 4 teams in the USHL. Is that right? Fargo, Youngstown, Cedar Rapids, and Omaha, correct?
Omaha. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the most annoying part off ice about being traded? Does the team take care of everything for you, or are you expected to figure out how to get to where you need to be and get everything set up, or do they just handle all of it?
Yeah, it's a good question. The most annoying part is moving. As expected. The teams, it kind of varies by team, but when I went from from Fargo to Youngstown, Youngstown flew me out. They did a great job taking care of that. And then when I was traded from Youngstown to Omaha, that was in the summer, so nothing happened there. And then Omaha to Cedar Rapids was the trade deadline. I just had my car, not too far of a drive, so.
Sure.
But the biggest one was from Fargo to Youngstown, and they flew me out there, which was nice. So
Okay.
they kind of take care of it or set you up, make sure you're taken care of for sure.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's a good question. That's something I've always wondered, like especially at the junior level, how that works, Big Bag.
Yeah, because there's so many different budgets and
Yeah.
teams do everything so differently.
That kind of leads me into a question I just kind of thought of with obviously like the WHL and CHL and stuff like that opening up. Where do you see kind of the USHL going? I mean, obviously it's going to be affected, but do you see, I mean, you've been a part of 4 of the programs in the league. I mean, where do you kind of see things going with that?
Yeah, I think the USHL is the #1 junior league in the world. And it's proven to be that.
Yeah.
I think this makes them have to step up now though. Personally for me, if I had the chance to play in the CHL and college, I would have went to the CHL just because I think you have a chance to play pro sooner out of the CHL.
Yeah.
And now if you don't turn pro, you have a backup option now to come to NCAA. So for me, that would have been my route. And that's the thing where I say that the USHL might have to step up a little bit, not necessarily step up, but just be more aware and
Yeah.
maybe treat people, better meals, better gym, better this, that, just those things to be more pro style.
Yeah, I mean the best case scenario out of all this is just everyone gets better, right? You know, that would be
100%. It just raises our bar and it makes me better, makes you guys better, makes everybody better at what they're doing, and it's going to make the USHL even better, and it's still going to be a great league.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Juts, what do you got? You're back now, and Maverick's getting his loving in there. So
he's captain, buddy. Maverick's Big Bags, buddy.
Or captain. Oh,
Maverick is mine.
That's
Hold
right.
it down.
Getting the dog name screwed up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the question I ask everybody: what does the game day look like for you? Pre-game rituals, superstitions, all those stuff.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about this the other day with somebody. When I was in high school at Shattuck, like I was to a T on everything. Same music, same stretch for a certain time, this stretch, that stretch, all that stuff. And I've gotten completely away from that type of deal just because I feel like if something gets thrown off, how does that affect you mentally or physically, So being able to adapt to that. And so for game days now, for me, kind of wake up, have a nice big breakfast in the morning, go to the rink, get your pregame skate, have a meal, and I come home and I used to maybe take a longer nap. Now I kind of just chill out and just, kind of go about my day as is. Kind of go with the flow. If I'm feeling I need a super long nap, sure, but normally I don't. Come home, throw my Normatex on, do that, take a shower, get ready for the game, throw my suit on, and head to the rink. And at the rink, like I said, it's tape my stick, stretch, listen to music, probably what the team is playing. I try to not have my headphones in, just stay a little looser. I think when I'm loose and free, I play much better. And so, not a ton of routine, but just kind of going about it how I feel for that day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, whatever the day kind of permits, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not stressing out, because you almost stress yourself out about it too much if you
Yeah,
can't
no
get,
kidding. But
like, you know.
no, yeah, no huge superstitions for me anymore.
Okay,
Interesting.
okay. But we've heard it all on
Yeah.
here, so.
No, I believe it. I believe it. What's the craziest one you guys
Was
have
it what
heard?
Craj?
Crad was pretty nuts. He was like down to the like
Yeah,
30-second
like
mark.
Zach
What he was.
Kranik would be like, I need to do this at this time, this at this time, like coffee in my left hand, like put my skates on at like 10 minutes before warm-ups, time my right one like 5 minutes before warm-ups, stuff like that.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot. I like it though. Good player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's got their thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that one was nice.
Big Bag, what about you? What do you got going?
So when you join a new team, I mean, it's not like you're just, maybe it is, but it's not like you're handed a playbook of all the plays you guys run and you're just expected to learn it, maybe like a football player. It's more of like learning the style of play and maybe situational things that they want you to do. So that being said, how long does it kind of take when you join a new team to kind of maybe eventually just say, oh, I get it now, or I'm starting to get it, or I'm starting to feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's a really good question. This coaching staff has done a really good job of going, I'm not going to say slow, but taking each day and having a concept for that day. So, like, through our whole entire training camp here, it's been like broken up. Today, we're going to work on forecheck. Today, we're working on tracking. Today, we're working on D zone coverage. Today, we're working on breakouts. Today, we're working on line rush. And so, they've done a really good job of adding those things in. They have a plan, and they start with that plan, and they just evolve that plan. And at the end of this training camp, here we are. We have the full thing. And so,
Yeah.
it takes a couple weeks, and you got to have patience with yourself, and patience with the staff, and patience with with your teammates. And
Mhm.
everyone's done a really good job of that. And so everything has clicked, I'd say, for me in the last week and a half.
Nice.
Where now, if you say, "What are we doing here?" I can tell you what we're doing here, and not just tell you, but actually do it on the ice. So
Yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight.
Mhm.
It takes some practice, and it might take you 4 or 5 practices of doing neutral zone forecheck to get down the neutral zone forecheck and actually be scanning and looking and knowing where your assignments are and where you're supposed to be and when you're supposed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I know we got a little bit of practice in, right, Big Bag? We saw some game plans. It went right over our heads.
Yeah.
No clue what he was talking
we were
about.
also
I mean,
we were also the goalies, so we just have to stop the puck. It's
Right,
it's
right.
pretty easy, but
There you go. I mean, the first day of practice, it's like your head is just spinning and you're like, what are we doing? And am I supposed to be here or there or where? And then, you get a couple days in and stuff slows down a little bit. And then you do more of the same drills over and over and you kind of get the hang of it. But
yeah,
there's a couple days there where your head is spinning a little bit.
for sure. So I'll kind of transition to and again, we thank you for your time for coming on. So you don't want to keep
Of
you too
course.
long.
Thanks for
So,
having me. I really appreciate it.
yeah, I'll kind of transfer into this. I mean, obviously we talked about it a little bit, but Omaha's coming up this week. I mean, you're going back. Are you kind of going into, you got a little, maybe like a chip on your shoulder? You kind of want to go in as a prove it, or you're not thinking about it too much? I mean, how are you mentally attacking this game? Because obviously it's going to be different than pretty much all the other games this year.
Yeah, 100%. Try to treat every game the same, right? But this one's going to mean a little extra to myself and to Liam for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going in there not to prove them wrong, but to prove myself right
Yeah.
and show them
Makes
that
a
I
ton of
can
sense.
play and that they're going to have to play the real Mavericks and they're going to play a team that's going to play hard and that they're not going to want to play against for 2 nights.
Absolutely. That sounds great. I'll let these guys get one
Yeah.
more in, then we'll cut you free. Big Bag, you got one more to finish off?
Well, in that vein, are you and Liam kind of the go-to guys in film sessions to kind of give a little inside scoop, or how do the film sessions work out?
Yeah, I mean, you might think that there's a little bit more talking done between players and coaches, but the coaches are pretty smart here, and so when they Omaha played last week on Friday against Air Force, and
Yep.
they watch that game and they see what systems Omaha's running, and so
Sure.
when Strando calls out their systems or says what they're doing, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. And so He does
Correct.
it. Yeah, exactly. So he knows, and they get it right.
Yeah,
That's
Coach. I was
awesome.
going to say that too. Yeah, you're right, Coach.
Yeah, they got the experience.
For sure. Well, Juts, why don't you send us home here? What do you got?
So obviously you have more insight into Omaha than we do. So what can you give the fans what to expect next weekend? Or this weekend, sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's a really nice place to play. They got a really big rink, really nice rink. Good fans when the Cornhuskers are not playing. So it comes a little. The fans get really nice in there. There's a lot of fans in there when football season's over, but so if you don't see many this weekend, that might be why. But great fans, great setup, great. They do a really good job there. No bad things to say.
Yeah.
It should be a really fun atmosphere, and they should be 2 good games.
Awesome. Yeah, I know there's a fan bus going down there, and everyone else
awesome,
will be.
Yeah.
Everyone else will be
You
watching
guys riding
here.
with Shelly?
So I'm gonna try to get down there. I know these guys are out. I'm gonna try to get down there. I've got a brother who's a senior in high school, and he might be playing some playoff soccer, so it could be his.
Nice.
So
Good luck to him.
Yeah, me and Big Big are
so
going
might be catching that.
We're going to Wisconsin
Sweet.
on the bus, so I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of on a bus time if we're going and then hopping back on a bus Thursday. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So
totally get it.
It sounds like they got some good numbers though. So they'll be Mav fans will definitely be there. Mavericks travel well, or Mankato Mavericks travel well, I should say. So
good.
But
good.
We'll be there at Wisco. So all
three
of
will
us
be in
will.
Wisco.
Okay, we'll see you guys all there then.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, Charlie, thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck. Welcome to Mankato, man. We're pumped to have you.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and we'll see you guys soon.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Maverick fans, that was Charlie Lurie. I mean, obviously, can't thank him enough for coming on, taking the time. Always nice to hear from, a former opponent, now member of the team. Kind of interesting to hear what we thought of Mankato coming in and what it's been like, and what it's going to be like going against his old squad here on the first week of, playing for his new team. So it's going to be a fun game. Obviously, a couple guys with chips on their shoulders going into it. So that's always nice to have on our side. Let's talk some college hockey here, guys. Obviously, the Mavericks didn't play this last week. I was big on the Gophers Tech series. I watched both those games. Yeah. I thought Tech looked pretty good. I think they lost. They kind of the first game. Goaltending on both teams was atrocious. Both the Gophers and Tech's goaltending is terrible. I think in the second game, Tech's goaltender maybe had like a 0.3 something.
The second game, I turned it on in the second period. They had 3 goals on 6 shots.
It's pretty bad. I had apparently Lil Tecca decided to get himself banned on Twitter during that series, which was hilarious. So and so he's DMing me the whole time. He's like, Joe Sean would never have a goalie with a .250 save percentage in net. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I thought Tech held their own. I think the first game got away from them. Obviously, in the third, it just kind of collapsed. Obviously, there's an empty netter in there as well. But the second game, I mean, Minnesota just does not look good either. And it was kind of fun.
I don't think they're going to make the tournament.
Just rip them apart.
I don't think they're going to make the tournament.
I mean, obviously, unfortunately, we saw our old friend Tate Pitchard score. So that was great for him, but I mean, I think they maybe could have spent some money elsewhere in some other departments, perhaps goaltending. I don't know. Gophers do not look good. The broadcast team was like, you would have thought it was like Tech's broadcast team doing it. They're just completely ripping them the whole time. I mean, I don't know. They split 1-1. Nice for the CCHA to get some pairwise stuff out of it. If Minnesota does turn around, has a decent year and gets some wins at all.
Ferris State's not helping us. Ferris State, I think, I don't know. They lost Saturday. No, Ferris State got swept by Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
was
was relying on them to do.
I think we were maybe looking at Tech for that for the weekend, but I don't know. Big Bag, I know you were watching the game too. I mean, what was your kind of takeaways from the Gophers Tech series?
I thought Tech, for their first series, I thought they came out like sound. Like I thought they were making really nice plays, very structured. I thought the Gophers had way more flashy plays.
Agreed.
I mean, it goes without saying, but they were way more skilled than Michigan Tech. But their goalie is bad, and when the Gophers made mistakes, Tech made them pay for it.
For sure.
There's also something to be said.
I think 13 draft picks on the Gophers this year. So
I know that if you look like recent history, the way the CCHA plays hockey drives Big Ten teams nuts. Because Big Ten's more skilled hockey, Big Ten's more flashy plays, stuff like that. Where CCHA, it's more like dumping it in, hitting kids hard, and stuff like that. So I know, like, just talking to like people on the Gophers last year, they're like, yeah, I'd rather play NCHC Big Ten opponents because CCHA teams just know how to beat Big Ten teams.
For sure. Yeah. No, I mean, it was good. Obviously, I tuned into Gavin McKenna a little bit. I know that was getting glazed on every social media platform this weekend. Of course, he gets the game winner on night 2, which just very fitting. Kind of seems rigged, but whatever.
Right.
But no, I mean, obviously he's talented. I think he had 2 assists the first night on the first 2 goals for Penn State. So, I mean, yeah, he's good at hockey. We probably won't see him until if we see him, it'll be in the national tournament. So I'm not too concerned about what he's up to, but he's definitely worth the hype, I suppose. I mean, you guys catch any other games notable? I mean, obviously, I thought St. Thomas, I would have expected them to take it to St. Cloud a little bit more for all the hype they're getting. I was a little surprised at that result.
Do you guys know who's the goal? Because they didn't post their lineup chart.
I didn't look.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, Big Bag, you got any more notable scores that you saw that jumped out to you from the weekend?
Not really. Like everything. There are a couple upsets in some other conferences, like Quinnipiac beating BC or who?
Yeah.
Obviously, it was such an amazing upset that I don't even remember who they played, but just across the CCHA, it just kind of went as you would expect. I mean, the teams that you thought were going to win won.
Northern played UMass a little tighter than I thought, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, that was
did you guys see like their goalie broke a record for like most saves in a game and they still lost 5-3?
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking for a transfer portal pretty quick out of there if that's going to be the case. I'd say that was probably the only other game. Yeah, 66 saves for I think there's I don't know if you call them franchises, but there's a franchise record.
It was the second most in the modern NCAA.
So, yeah, I mean,
and they still lost. He still gave up 5 goals.
They still lost. That's insane. Oh man. Well, you guys, you guys got anything more? If not, we can hop right along here. Keep things moving.
Sure.
So let's do it. Yeah, let's get into our Fitness for 10 series preview. Fitness for 10 is a new sponsor along with Play It Again Sports this year. So we welcome them aboard to the Chattin Mavericks podcast family. Listen up, Maverick Nation. If you've been looking to start your fitness journey, lose weight, gain muscle, get stronger, or you just need a better gym, Fitness for 10 has everything you need. This 2-story state-of-the-art fitness facility has every cardio machine, free weight, and fitness class you'll ever need. On top of that, you can relax and recover like a pro with hydro massage, red light therapy, and tanning beds. This has been my personal gym of choice for over 5 years, and I can personally attest to the incredible vibe, how clean the place is, and that is just indeed the coolest gym in town for college kids and local Mankatoians. Totally just made that word up alike. It is not intimidating whatsoever, and if you don't know where to start, on-staff personal trainers are there to help. Memberships start at, hence the name, just $10 a month. So now the question is, what are you waiting for? Sign up online in under 5 minutes at fitnessfor10mankato.com. I'll see you there. Guys, we're going to Omaha. Spirit of the Maverick trophies up for grabs. Last year, obviously 2 tight games, a 4-3 win and a 1-0 win, 2-0 Mavs sweep. I mean, I'll throw it right to you, Big Bag. I mean, what are your expectations for the series? Obviously, we heard from Charlie. He's pumped to go back. I think this is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah. It'll be nice to get I always love the road non-conference games. I feel like it has a bigger impact as far as like seeing what you got When they went out to Michigan, it was just fun. As much as I'd love to be in the arena in Mankato and watch them play Michigan and these types of teams, but just going on the road and getting a road win against an NCHC team would be huge. That said, the games last year were tight, but I don't think anybody scored a goal in those games who's still on the team this year. So, we still got our goalie. We'll take him every day of the week. But it's hard to say what we're going to get offensively until they start playing. I'm confident that this team, we've been hearing a lot of things about how much more skilled they are than last year. I'm really excited about that, but it is kind of an apples and oranges thing to compare, what might happen in this game versus what happened last season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, going back, I mean, we're 20-18-5 as an all-time record. So it's, historically the programs have been tight. Omaha finished 18-17-2 last season. They finished fourth in the NCHC. They have 15 new guys, 14 come from north of the border. So they were big merchants of the WHL. So that kind of adds more of the uncertainty because we don't know how those players are going to translate to the college hockey game. So that part will be interesting. Kind of like what you said, I personally think we're in for a goaltending battle. Simon Latskotsky is maybe how you say it. He was a beast last year and NCHC goaltender of the year. He obviously his record wasn't near as good as Tracy's, but he went 14-16-1. He had a 2.71 goals against and a 9.22 save percentage. I mean, Juts, what do you got?
Yeah.
What are you thinking for this weekend?
It'll be close. I know that. It doesn't help that they've played 2 games and we haven't. That obviously. Yeah. So we're going in trying to figure out our identity. They already kind of figured it out last week a little bit. So Friday night could be rough, but I mean, obviously you have to go in there thinking you're going to take 2 from them. I want the spirit of the Mav to stay with us. Get us ready for Wisconsin, but I think, you have to think you're going to get 2.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, just going back to that game you just mentioned, Juts, they beat Air Force 2-3 in overtime as an exhibition game. So I don't know if they played some special teams here and there, whatever, or if it was just a normal 60-minute game. But what's up, Big Bag? You're just cheesing over there.
Austin made the A team.
Austin made the A team live here on the show. There we go. Couple clicks. There we go. Look at that. Oh man.
Big Bag's red as fuck right now.
Dude, this I said earlier in the show it's been 15 years since I cried and the streak might end here soon. This kid worked his ass off. He had he worked so hard for this.
Right,
I'm so proud of him.
Not to be a diss guy, but is that the highest team or is there a double A team?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we only have an A team.
Okay. Look at that.
Perfect. There we go.
He played he played on the top team for 3 years. His second year of Squirts all the way through Pee-wees. We didn't have an A team the second year of Pee-wees, but he's been on the top team. And then last year he didn't make the top team, which was fine, but he was determined that wasn't going to happen again. And he did it. I couldn't be happier for him. So sorry I stepped away, but let's go.
That is awesome. That is huge.
Man.
I just texted
you have my son's phone number.
he texts him all the time, apparently.
Yeah. Austin loves me, I guess.
Yeah, he does.
Man, that is awesome. Well, congratulations. That's huge.
Thank you.
That is fucking awesome.
Massive.
I think, really,
this means we won't see Big Bag at a Maverick game all year.
Season tickets are for sale right now.
Big Bag's tickets right in front of me and Cam are up for grabs. You can watch games with us.
Yeah.
Big Bag will never be there.
It's possible. We'll see.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know that we have much more, fellas. I mean, like I said, I think we're in for a goaltending battle. If I had to predict anything, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I think it's gonna be 6-7 to 6-7
week. No, God, great. Big Bag, are you tuned into this 6-7 bullshit?
Oh, are you kidding? I have 2 high school children.
Hey, imagine teaching middle
I couldn't
schoolers.
tell you what it means. I don't
Worse.
think anybody does, but
It's a rap song, and then
Shocker.
LaMelo Ball, who is 6'7", at the beat at the rapper says like 6'7", and then the beat drops. So LaMelo Ball started making like hype videos of himself with that song, and now it just apparently is now a thing. That's what I think it is.
So it's brain rot.
It's brain rot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody knows I'm a taller guy. I'm actually 6'6", but I get so many, like my daughter had some friends over and they walked into the kitchen and they were like, "Oh my gosh, are you 6'7"? I'm like, okay, no.
That's what the kids always ask me how tall I am, and I'm like, guys, I know what you want me to say. I am nowhere near that tall.
I almost wish I was shorter. Then I could be like, I'm 5'7".
I always just say, I always just look at him and I go, I know you want me to say I'm 6'7", but not the Patron. Wait, hold on.
Cheers.
Freaking Bantamate, cheers. It's gonna be a hell of a season.
There we go. It's game week, baby.
Holy shit!
My water. Oh,
that's just water. That was totally just water.
Oh well, that's too
Patron,
bad.
boys.
Yeah, well, some of us don't have Patron money here, Big Bag. So if you want to send a bottle my way, I'd appreciate it.
Well, Juts,
don't
you can
tempt me. I might.
I'll tempt you.
Well, let's end this thing. Let's end this thing, boys. So Big Bag can go celebrate with the family here. Just X questions. You just got a couple here. Nick is wondering why. I'm assuming he's referring to the Mayo Maniac burner account that I have no idea who runs that. He's a lunatic. But am I too late? Why does @BigRed hate you? He's a Tommy's fan, so just fucking hate each other, I guess. I don't know. We had a good moment today where we were making fun of the Gophers. That was cute. And then BC, best dorm building on campus, and why is it McElroy? If you say Gage, you're old.
Elroy, are you fucking kidding me? McElroy still doesn't have fucking AC.
Had only thing that came out of McElroy for Cam was heartbreak. So I'm a big Crawford guy.
I'm a big Preska. I'm a big Preska guy.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Julius Sears. Actually, I lived in Crawford my freshman year, but I
lived in Preska, but
so it was also COVID college, so it was kind of different. But
yeah, I spent
a lot of time. I lived in Crawford, but spent a lot of time in McElroy because that's where my wife lived.
Yeah, McElroy E4.
That's cute.
Was where a bunch of my the group I hung out with, like the original herd members, like from freshman year, but all lived on E4.
Yeah, oh geez.
And their CA didn't give a shit. So like if they're listening now, I don't know who it was, but we were just drinking the holy shit, that's just water, Big Bag. We would just drink.
Why would I do that?
Show off. We would just drink and play COD in the common room, and the CA would walk in and just be like, just cover them with he bought us the covers that says Coke. So there would just be in our hand there'd be a pie, a thing of Coke, and then to the right of me there'd be 12 natty lights just sitting there. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna fucking help if we get in trouble.
Yeah, I did get put on whatever that is, probation or whatever they call it in Julius Sears because we got caught drinking in there.
My brother got caught
cool,
drinking the second day of college.
Really? Yeah, my one buddy, he opened the door, he's yelling, someone knocks on our door, not knowing it's a CA, and he goes, "Hold on, I'm pouring a beer," because he thought it was our buddies. And he opens the door and he's pouring a beer into a glass, and it's two of the CAs with their masks on, and they're just looking at him like, are you joking right now? And there was there's 15 people in there, no one had masks on, everyone was drinking. We're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, the dorms.
That was pretty cool.
Our CA had a nervous breakdown and left pretty early on in school, so we didn't have a CA for the year.
Nice going, Chad.
Our CA was sick.
The debauchery was.
I would
off
just
the
go
charts.
play. We would fill condoms and tie them above his door, so when he opened it, it would break and then fall all over his floor and shit. I don't know if he knows that was me,
nice of you.
And I think he listens to this. So Nathan, if you're listening, that was me. My bad, bro. He came into my room. He's like,
Oh, my bad.
the people, because like we had 2 kids in our hallway that were like, they got caught drinking, like they were kicked out pretty early, and so he thought it was them, just like getting mad. I'm like, yeah, those fucking assholes, knowing like me and my 3 buddies he's ranting to were the ones that actually did it.
Oh, jeez.
That's awesome.
He's like, I'm really mad
I had a
about the water.
kid,
There's just
good
blue
one to go out
everywhere."
on. Oh, that's gross.
You ruined it.
Right. that's too much, man. I had a kid, to completely change subjects. I had a kid kill a deer with a blow dart gun out of his dorm room window, and he got kicked out of college for it. So
What?
that
He killed a
was
deer with a blow dart
funny,
gun?
but
How?
How do you kill a deer with a blow dart?
It's like a legit. I mean, they make like there's blow darts that are pretty like it'll kill, like they're meant to like kill squirrels and stuff like that. And I think there's a fawn.
I
like
bought my
very
roommate's
little
blow dart
deer.
guns for Christmas.
Yeah,
We shoot each other.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah.
I think this one was pretty built up. He showed it to me, and but anyway, yeah. So he killed a fawn outside of his window with it, and
Did he ever get in
shortly
trouble?
he went out there and tried to like cover it up with sticks and stuff. Oh yeah, he got kicked out of college for it. They like pulled up, like they went into his room and they found like blow dart guns, and they pulled out like 5 bags of empty Smirnoff bottles. It was hilarious, but yeah, he got thrown out of college. So
Really stupid question. I'm not a hunter.
Yeah.
But how is that? Like, what did he do wrong?
Because there's
Did he
deer
not have a
hunting season.
license?
yeah,
No license.
it was out of season. I
And
mean,
not the proper equipment.
Okay.
it technically is within city limits too, so you're and you're also shooting a deer on campus, and then you hit it with a bunch of sticks and it started rotting, and like everyone's like, what the fuck is that smell? And Colin's watching TikToks while recording, so that's cool.
Instagram.
You hit one with your car, you're fine, but you kill one
Yeah.
with a
I guess, yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe he should like petition the school to come back, because he could have just said he hit it with his car and felt bad and gave it a proper burial. But I think it was more of the like they searched his room because they figured out it was like out of his window kind of thing, and then they found the 5 trash cans of Smirnoff bottles and like weed pens and stuff like that, and they're like,
okay,
you
well
gotta
that's
go, fella.
different.
So, yeah,
I didn't know we had
the deer
Mankato.
yeah, no, the deer started the whole thing, but yeah, well, that was a pretty good segment to end on, boys. You got anything else for the first actual podcast of the year? It's pretty fun.
No,
I'm
except
excited.
for
The
Big
season's
Bag's
coming.
probably gonna have to
be
sleep on the
tuning in
couch
here, so
with how much fucking Patron he just
You
chugged
know
on
it.
a
Should I
Sunday night at 7:30.
Yeah, we'll do another one then.
Finish the bottle right now.
I don't care. I'm on cloud 9.
That's incredible.
I'm not finishing the bottle, but I'll take another shot.
Big Bag, bring
There
a
we
bottle
go.
that was
Another
Wisco
shot.
with us.
Shot for Austin. Good point. It's coming up, fellas.
They better let us stop at a liquor store and get spotted cow. That's the only good thing about Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's
Good
a really
call.
good point. Sneaky pick there, Juts.
Yeah,
Well,
I just-
fellas,
I
let's
just finished
let's
my
close
last
this thing
bottle
out.
last night.
Season 2, episode 3 of the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. If you're gone the fan bus to Omaha, I hope I'm on there with you, and if not, I hope everyone has an awesome time down there. Shout out to Shelly for putting that together. But guys, it's happening. It's finally happening. It's game week. Get ready. See everyone at the puck. See everyone at the puck shop event later today. And again, as always, roll Mavs. See you guys next week.
Thank you for tuning in to the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Please be sure to leave a review, subscribe, and share. Roll Mavs.